Okay, welcome back. This time we'll talk about how to find the slope when I only see points and I don't have a graph. Okay, so our question is, find the slope of the line passing through points -3, 2 and 2, 4. This was on our board yesterday. If you don't have it, it's a good time to write those notes right now. First thing, you label your points with x and y coordinates. Some of you had a question, how do I know which one is x, which one is y? Well, x is always the first one, always the first number within my parentheses. So both of them, the -3 and 2 are my x's, okay? And 2 and 4 are my y's. But if I have xy, I don't know which point is which. So I'm going to call it that this is my first point. So I'm going to put subscript of 1. And this will be my point 2. So it's subscript of 2. Okay? So that's how you label. The first number is always x. The second is always y. And that should be no. Okay. Then we have a formula where we are plugging it in. See those minuses here? These are part of the formula. So to find this, I'm going to write, so my slope is, and I'm going to write the formula, and I'm going to put that minus in, because that minus is part of my formula. Then I'm just going to put my numbers in. What is my y2? Well, let's look and find within, where is my y2? My y2 is 4. I'm going to write it down. Now, what's my y1? My y1 is 2. What is my x2? My x2 is 2. And what is my x1? x1 is -3. I'm just going to put all my negative numbers in the parentheses. Okay? Now I have to be extra careful with my signs here. So I'm going to do my numerator, then the denominator. So 4 minus 2, that's 2. Now 2 minus -3, that's 2 plus 3 really, right? That's the same as 2 plus 3, which is 5. I don't have to worry about the sign or anything at this point because all the signs are taken care of within my coordinates, okay? So I just have to do my math, simple math, remembering to those two negatives, okay? All right, let's try another one. Before I try, I want to mention something. There is another option for you to do. You don't have to use formula. You can go ahead and graph it. However, sometimes our points are so big, it's hard to graph and get a good reading from our graph. So that's why we are using the formula here. So let's try a couple of problems. We'll try the first one right here. Let's see. We'll try the third one, okay? I know I have 2 problems on this page, but let's concentrate on number 3. I'll do the same thing what I did to others, so I will write my x's. My x is always the first number in my coordinate set. My y, I'll change the color. I don't know if you guys will see the different colors. But okay, it's my second number. I'm going to call this number, this x1, this is my point 1, this is point 2, and this is point 2. Now my formula I'm going to write on top of the paper maybe so you guys can see. Let's see. Is, once again, change in y's over change in x's. Okay? Change in y over change in x. So let's use that formula. It's a ratio, so I'll have a division sign. I have my minus here because that's what my formula is. And I'm going to fill it in. Okay? y2. y2 is -4, so I'm going to write -4. y1 is 7. I'm going to write 7. x2 is -6. And x1 is -4. Now I have to do a little bit of math, simple arithmetic, right? -4 minus 7, same sign, add and keep, -11. Okay, now I have negative 6 minus minus 4, so that's negative 6 plus 4. But if you combine it together, that's negative 2. Okay, now negative divided by negative, it's positive. So the final answer here for me is 11/2 or 5.5. Okay, it's the same thing. All right. Okay, let's try number 4. This time is easy. They're all positive, so it shouldn't be bad. But let me do something here for you. Did you notice that I always call the number 1, this is called number 2? I can change it. I can call this one my number 2, and this my coordinates number 1. Doesn't really matter which one, as long as I have x and y in each parenthesis. Okay, all right. So once again, I'm going to write my division sign. I'm going to remember about my minuses from the formula, and I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so y2, changing y's, 8. y1, I called 16. x2, 20. x1, 9. Now a little bit of algebra here. 8 minus 16, that's negative 8. And 20 minus 9, that's 11. So my slope is negative 8/11. Okay. All right. I'll do another video with just practice. Okay. All right. See you in the third video.